Hey, it's Mark from BuiltLean.com, and I want to show you how to do a push-up and to use really perfect push-up form every single time you do one. And so I think there are a few huge benefits to learning how to do push-ups and to doing push-ups. I think number one, you can do them anywhere, right? You don't need expensive equipment because it requires only your body weight. A second great thing about push-ups is it's kind of a phenomenal pushing exercise because it requires your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and even your core stabilization as well. Because if you're benching, let's just say on a bench, you're actually not using your core. So that's a big benefit of push-ups. And then finally, there are a lot of different variations you can use, as I'll be showing you in another video. But in terms of understanding push-up form, I think there are 7 tips I'm going to tell you about that you can follow to ensure you're using proper form. And so the first tip is have a straight or neutral head position. A lot of people, because I guess they sit at a desk and you're doing computer work, your head tends to move forward so that your neck is kind of pushing forward. And ideally, you want to keep your head and your neck in line with your torso. That's really the ideal position. Second, you want to keep your shoulders and your back stable. And so a lot of people, as they're doing push-ups, will actually raise their shoulders towards their ears. And ideally, you want to keep your shoulders back as if almost like you're wearing a cape, okay? So that's the proper position for your shoulder. Third is to keep the plane of your hands below your shoulders, okay? So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll put their hands too high up on their shoulders, which will affect the entire movement and will put too much pressure on the shoulders and not enough actually on the chest and the triceps. And so I encourage you to keep your hands below the plane of your shoulders. Fourth is keep the pressure on the outside of your hands. A lot of people will do push-ups and have their fingers like misaligned, or will put too much pressure on the inside of their hands, when in actuality, the outside of the hand is actually much more stable. And in fact, like a lot of MMA fighters will strike with the outside of their hand because it's generally a more stable, strong part of the hand. And it takes a lot of pressure off your wrists. Fifth is keep the hips and torso straight. That's, I think, one of the most common problems is people will either put their torso too low and slouch, or put their torso too high. And ideally, in order to get the core benefits and to use your abs, you want to keep your torso straight. Sixth is use a full range of motion. So a lot of times people will say, okay, you can only bring your elbows to 90 degrees, but I think you can actually go much lower depending on what you're comfortable with. And so I prefer either touching my chest to the ground or just going about an inch right above the ground. Again, try to get the full range of motion, but don't lock out your elbows at the very top. That's kind of one little tidbit I'd tell you. And then finally is use a controlled tempo. If you go too fast, you're not going to get the full benefit of the push-up. Try to go about, I'd say, 1 second up and 2 seconds down is like kind of like a good tempo to use on most exercises. So that's really it. Those are the 7 tips that will help you use proper push-up form every time you do a push-up. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer them.